Hello, my name is Lowell, pronouns he, him, and this is another session of our, what I'm calling Hearts of Yokai, which is a drift of a PbtA hack of Changing the Lost that takes a lot of the vibe of Changing the Lost, but there's some changes to the cosmology. There've been some changes to playbooks and things like that. But it is still sort of modern urban fantasy of these people who were taken away from the world, stolen away by these takers who came in and took the people away, and they are changed, are people that return back, are trying to find a way to live back in the world that they were stolen away from. They are different than they were before. They have been changed by their experience. And their very nature of their magic has kind of echoes a little bit of what the takers do. So they are worrisome to some of the other supernatural groups. So it's about reintegration, and it's about trauma, and it's about urban fantasy. So that is the themes of all of this. Last time, our characters got ready for the next party. They cleaned up from the previous party, and we saw, most importantly, the return of our Squeak Tune, our wildling Skittle Patter, and their reintegration into the group, and also falling into a few traps and things as it went along. The other big thing was Mirage getting cut by a flying sword, and then trying to track this flying dream sword and actually getting stabbed by the flying dream sword, and then having to get a little bit of a changeling medical coverage, much better than U.S. medical coverage. Of course, we're in Europe, so it was very easy and cheap. So that is where we are taking up today. We are kind of on the day of the party that is going to happen in the evening. Today, I would like to start with the idea that Lord Bloom, that you have recovered from your fainting couch and your hangover, and come back. And I think you will come back, and you will see Mirage. What does he see of you that tells him that something has happened?
I think Mirage is not quite used to being stabbed. They will walk a little gingerly, I think, and they will prod kind of the wound, like they can't believe that happened, right? That is weird. They will fidget around the whole thing.
And Squeak Tune, what is your mood now on screen?
I guess it depends on how no, Mirage is recovering for sure, so
yeah,
that's not worrying anymore. I think Squeak Tune is excited. Yeah,
you've got the new clothing that you got. You were someone.
It has a lot of pockets.
Absolutely. So Lord Bloom, what do you say to your cohort here?
Mirage, is this is it Mirage, or
Yes,
yeah,
you can call me Mirage.
well, I think I mean, I noticed that something is wrong.
I was stabbed by a sword made of dreams, which is unusual. And I can't remember that has ever happened to me.
I should hope not. It doesn't sound like the sort of thing you'd want to be a common occurrence.
Yeah, no, it was not very pleasant.
I-
Scales through the sword back. I hope it doesn't come again. I don't
Yeah,
know through it.
let's hope not. Did you get some proper care? And
Yes, I called the ambulance, and let me check. Mirage knows the name. And when the whale took good care of me.
oh, I'm very glad to hear that.
And I went into a shower, and now I think I'm.
It been freeze.
Yes, I think Sabina's frozen for a moment.
Yeah, she has computer problems sometimes.
We'll give them a moment then.
I should pick a new entanglement.
Oh, that's right.
So I'm thinking it should be something that connects to one of the other PCs, and I think it would be interesting to bring Squeak Tune in some way. But I'm not sure what our relationship is.
Yeah, Squeak Tune, this is our beloved of the Court of Candles. Very, very striking. What do you think of Lord Bloom?
I have a question for Lord Bloom. Are you the kind to inflict fear and physical pain?
Not generally, no. I did try to scare off some people who were some presumably mundane people who were snooping around the theater. But it's not something that I do because I enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I think Squeak Tune would like Lord Bloom. But also like, is this how Squeak Tune is? Yeah, I think so. But also like not respect Lord Bloom.
That sounds perfect.
So
and I think, yeah. No, sorry.
no, go ahead. No, go
Yeah.
ahead.
So Lord Bloom is he can be very affectionate, but he's also like extremely guarded about his inner true self. So I think he can be very friendly and that sort of thing, but there's always some distance. Like he's very careful about protecting himself and his own emotion. But I think
Okay. So
he likes Squeak Tune. Yeah, sorry.
Oh no, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
So I'm looking at the general entanglements, and Squeak Tune is very, very gullible. So a fun one could be I'm looking at under general, the last one. My companion absolutely insists on listening to so and so's advice, but I can tell they're a fraud. That's a very like easy go-to.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I like that. That sounds interesting. That could be because
Yeah.
I could be a bit protective of you, but yeah, I like it. I'll take it.
Who do we want as a person who is Squeak Tune's go-to a person? Is it Autumn's Veil as we introduced last time, or is it a different NPC?
Gasp. So, but oh, that would be so interesting. That Autumn's Veil has fallen for Lord Bloom, presumably. I don't know. I didn't see that particular uh interaction. But then Lord Bloom is like, "You're fake. You're a fraud."
Yeah, I think because part of this is that Autumn's Veil has fallen for me. I'm not as into her. I'm kind of stringing her along, not like I don't think it's in a intentionally mean way. It's just that I think I enjoy the attention and I enjoy being affectionate with her, but I don't have the same feelings for her that she has for me. And but I don't think I like you don't respect me. I don't think I respect her either. Uh, so I don't respect her.
So, do you think you have mentioned any of your reservations about Autumn's Veil to me? Or is it because I hang out with Autumn's Veil all the time?
Um, I don't think I've said anything outright. I think it's just been, but I think it's pretty clear from the way I talk about her, or maybe don't talk about her when she isn't there. Like she's not, it's clear that she's not important to me in that way.
Okay, cool. Then I might hold that against you.
Yeah, that
I
sounds
like
fair.
that. So you have this day, the ball, the gathering for the transition from to the Court of Tithe as being in charge is coming up this evening, and certainly you all have invitations. Lord Bloom, you have certainly by this point, given that you put on a grand ball of your own, have gained an invite. So let me ask you, what are you doing, if anything, during the day? Talking to people, getting things ready, looking for a gift, trying to accentuate your outfits. What what do you think? Lord Bloom, I am going to start with you.
Yeah, think looking for a gift because I'm fairly certain I can put together an outfit that will be um, eccentric enough that it doesn't matter if it's fine or not. But a gift, it's important to have the right gift that um, shows respect, but also that I'm not I'm not I don't know how to say it. Like it can't be like I'm showing too much respect.
Right.
Like yeah.
Keeping that balance just so.
Mhm.
All right. So are you looking for something magical, or are you looking for something mundane but beautiful?
Think mundane but beautiful.
Okay. Well, we've got
It's
kind of
only
a,
because
yeah,
that's probably easier to get something relatively cheap.
yeah.
Like it's going to cost me money, but not favors, and that's more important.
So let's have you roll hit the streets, which is kind of our go and find the things that you need, and we can kind of modify the results of that because
Sure. So I'm not sure what I'm rolling with here. Um, the way I set it up, it kind of feels like power, actually.
that seems perfectly fair.
Sorry, I need to open the roller and then I need to. No, roll with me. No. I'll just grab a couple of dice.
Oh, sure. I have a friend who plays with their background is a big like portal. And so when they stand up and they walk into it, it actually looks like they're vanishing into to this gateway. It's great.
Oh, I love that.
So rolling physical dice.
Okay.
Yay!
Okay, that's
Oh, you don't need to show me. No, just tell us.
yeah, sorry, I tried because I got an 11 on the dice.
Perfect.
So that's 13.
So who is your contact, your fixer for this kind of thing? Is there a particular antiques dealer in town, or do you have someone a little more shady? What do you imagine that is?
I think this is like yeah, I think it's a flea market kind of place I go to.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple of people there that I know have the kind of things I'm interested in. But let's pick one specific. Think it's a woman, maybe in her like 30s, and she's sharp. She knows when she has something that's valuable and something that's not. Um, and I think we banter a bit and haggle, but we all know that we're roughly where we will end up with the price before we start. But it's a fun thing to do.
And she has three things that are all exquisitely made that you might consider. One of them is a very fine sort of certainly not authentic, but like a 19th century replication of a Roman burial mask. That's very nice. She has a beautifully handmade one of those paperweights, and someone has managed to create just a beautiful nebula kind of effect within the paperweight. It's one of those things where you just can't tell how they blew the glass to get it that way. And then the last one is a beautiful scarf, like an Hermes scarf that you can, when you touch it, you can tell it's old and handmade, like, mid 19th century, beautiful, that kind of printing and ink and silk making that they just don't do anymore. And any of these would be an exquisite thing. Which one would you take?
Leaning towards the scarf. But sorry, is the present for like the incoming house or the outgoing house?
To the incoming house, you obviously want to impress the new people and they demonstrate that you appreciate being invited to their soiree.
Right. That we're going into the port of
Tides.
Tide, right? See, right? Ooh, that makes me think the mask is better. Now I'm sticking with the scarf. I like the
Okay.
scarf.
Beautiful scarf. There's some haggling, some bargaining that goes on, and finally, bloom, bloom, bloom. Yes, all right. I think we know where this is going to end up, and Would you like it wrapped?
Yes, please.
They've got that kind of hand block printed paper that they'll wrap it up in and do the ribbon on that, and we'll hand it off to you. And you have a gift that is certainly top drawer, and will impress people when you arrive. What about Squeak Tune? You have this day to get ready. Are there things you need to do? Do you make preparations for the party? Do you have other tasks you think you have at hand?
Yes. Okay, so the incoming house is my house. I mean,
Yes.
my court.
Yes.
The Court of Tides. Yeah, I need to celebrate. Also, I have this gift, this surprise gift that my friend Autumn's Veil wants to give to our house. I guess to celebrate. I don't know.
Yeah.
So I need to go and put that somewhere surprising so that someone can come upon it. And I think that the best place to do that is probably in like someone's quarters or something.
Absolutely. So you're going to essentially the kind of the stronghold, the court place of your court. And you want to do this off the books so that perhaps people don't know that you did this, or are you going in more?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's supposed to be a secret. I was told it's supposed to be a secret. I can keep secrets.
Absolutely. Then let us have you roll interloper.
Okay. And I feel like specifically I want to put it in Question So Loud, it's quarters, because he's always so serious and kind of scary. So I think if he had a nice surprise, he'll be happy instead of serious.
Absolutely. And he is an important person within the court. Certainly his space within there is secured. What do you want to roll that with?
Joy. I'm
Okay.
excited.
Absolutely. Let's have you roll.
Okay. I rolled a 6. I don't know. My joy is a 7.
7. So what do you think your method of entry looks like? Like, what do we see you do to kind of fool the wards, the protections mundane and magical? How do we see that happen?
Squeak Tune looks much more like Scuttle Patter and less so human at this particular point. Not necessarily in terms of looks. Like I don't know if their appearance is necessarily different, but their demeanor and their like just posture feels so animalistic that it's like they just don't look very human at this particular moment. So there's a lot of like crawling and then like also like squeezing themselves through like impossibly small spaces in a way again that looks like just uncomfortable on a human body to do that. So it's like, and then a lot of like hiding and waiting. And at this point, Squeaktoon is very patient, and like going still in their usual hoodie, with the gift still inside their pocket.
And one of the things is to your advantage and your disadvantage is that preparations are being made here. So they've got a ballroom that they have extended from the real world kind of slightly into the undertow. They have people decorating, and they've got caterers at the back, and they're getting all this set up. So there are a lot of people that can potentially see you, but it's also a lot of ways for you to blend in with the noise of it. And you will find yourself at Question So Loud's quarters. Is it that you squeeze through the gap? Do you whisper to the lock? Do you have a set of picks? How do you get into his room itself?
Yeah, I pick the locks with my nails because I have very sharp and long nails, surprisingly long and sharp nails. And so I'm just again, it's actually kind of gross looking close up, but that's what I'm doing.
If you will go in, it's a dour set of quarters. He has an entry room, and then he has a bedroom, and he has his bathroom. It's done in very somber colors. He has some pieces of decoration around here, some of it a little more macabre. There he's a fearing, and so he tends to lean into that. There are a lot of various like instruments of divination there. That's certainly something that the Court of Tides works with. So you see some sextants and astrolabes and like one of those Taoist wheels with the different directional markers on it. And he has those all around here. And of course, he has papers and things on his writing desk. What do you do?
Well, first of all, do I choose one for the
Oh,
7 to 9 option?
Oh, yeah. At any point, you're going to tell me. When you go to leave, you'll definitely have to have made that choice. But take a look at what you want.
I want to choose 2 of these options. I want to leave behind specific evidence, and I want to mark one sinking.
That's entirely your choice.
To happen.
Do you want both?
Yeah, I think I want both.
Okay.
That's fun.
So mark one sinking. And
actually, before you go into that,
yes.
What exactly does sinking mean?
So sinking,
it sounds bad.
Yes. But sinking is the equivalent of the corruption mechanic from Urban Shadows.
Okay.
You will mark sinking, and at a certain point, you'll hit the full track on that. When you do, there's some bad mental stuff for yourself immediately at that point, but you do get a new move. Sinking is about you becoming a little bit more like you were during your time in the Undertow, or even becoming a little bit more like the Takers themselves.
Got it. Okay, cool. So I will, I'm going to mark that sinking. I would also like to leave behind specific evidence. I think there's something like all of the stuff that is like fear-based, because you said there's like, did you say there were some instruments or some?
Yeah.
Like, it's like my pupils just like dilate. And then like even more than before, I think I like cower in this like very well, just in a very instinctive way. And then I'm like just backing up into a corner that is the furthest away from it, but in a very like deferential way. And then like I'll turn like a little bit away and then take out this gift, whatever it is, and just like place it carefully, maybe at the foot of like the bed or something.
Okay.
And then just like like I think all of the joy is gone now, all the excitement, and just like back out.
And what do you think the specific evidence you leave behind is, besides the object that you've left here? Is there something that you leave behind that points towards you?
I wonder if it's that Question So Loud has some kind of security measure in their quarters that could just take in my impression, if not my image.
I like the idea that as you move past one of these, sort of arcane mechanical objects, that a wind kind of moves and we see like a bit on it flitter and turn, and for a second we see maybe an after image of you on the object for a second. Okay.
Yeah.
And you can get out. No problem. Let us come to Mirage. What are you up to?
What am I up to? I think I should have a present probably, because I'm not sure what would happen with the present that I gave to Tomorrow's Dance, but that's theirs anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I need a present of my own. And I'm a little hesitant, but I will still go to the dreams and see if I can pull out something. And I think what I want here, I mean, they are oracular and with water, something to do with water, right? Mm-hmm. So what I want is some sort of a picture or a mirage, hence the name, of a lake. Okay. Like a lake you can, or a basin maybe. Yeah, basin. That's the one where you can scry in, right? Something like that. So
like a painting of something like that, or
painting of something like that, or even something that is kind of physical, but I'll give it a look and see what I can find. I'm skittish when I'm doing this, because I was attacked by sword. I didn't know where it came from.
Let's have you make that roll.
I will make it with fear.
Okay.
I will make it with fear. Maybe I should change my shape. I mean, maybe that would be a good idea, right? But not, I'm in the dreaming already. I'm in the Undertow already. So I'll just quickly try to do it. And I also need to... Here you are. Sorry. Yeah, it's a 4, obviously.
So
I get to mark an XP, right?
Yes, you do.
Nice.
So I think you head into the Undertow and into the dreaming of it, that place sort of between the real world and the Undertow, the moving through there, and you're looking, and I think that you're maybe like you had this experience with the sword, as you said, so you're a little bit skittish, a little bit uncertain, and you will find a place in the dream where there is, like, in the dream, there's a grove. The forest is wild and dark around it, but in the center there is this small stone pillar and this stone bowl that's kind of a deep agate blue, and there's water within it, and you can tell that, ooh, this is this is something very striking and oracular. And this seems like a good gift, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
This is a great gift.
Absolutely. And I think as soon as you lift it up off of there, that's when the forest begins to shake and tremble, and you hear something coming through the woods, big, deep, and running towards you. Do you want to run? Do you want to hide? What do you think?
I think I want to run.
Okay.
I will try to take the ball with me, but if I have to drop it to get away, I will. Totally will.
Okay. So I think this is stay strong.
Yep.
As you've lifted up, it's a little bit heavier than you thought. You've got this thing.
Can I'll do I have to mark fear because I'm missed?
Oh no, I think this
Okay.
hard move is plenty hard.
Okay. Yeah, then I run with fear.
Okay.
It's a 9.
That is a 9. Now you've got a choice here.
Uh-huh.
You could certainly mark your bond with Lord Bloom if you wanted to take that up to a 10 and get away with this thing. Otherwise, I suspect the cost is you're going to have to drop this.
I will drop this.
Okay.
I will drop it. I want to keep my bond with Lord Bloom.
Okay. So yeah, you're running through the dreams. What is the dream you run through that to escape that you end up dropping this bowl in?
I think I run from this forest to another forest, but it's a very dense forest, right? And while I run, I just muddle kind of through, and I can't keep the ball with me. It's too heavy, it's too big. If I want to go through these smaller spaces, I will have to leave it behind, and so I will, because I mean, no, I'm scared. I'm scared now. That's all. I'm just scared.
And I think you will hear as you run, as you get further away, you've dropped the bowl, and I think you'll hear a voice that says, I can see you, before you drop out back into the real world.
Okay. Ooh, yeah. Yeah. I will, when I drop back to the real world, I will change shape. Like, no, I don't want something to see me. I want to be, and you know what? Scale is big and strong, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I've interacted with them a lot. So that's what I want to look like.
Okay. I think that's more of a fictional positioning thing, so I don't think we necessarily have to have you roll for doppelganger, but I think we will see you become scale for a while to ease yourself, to damp down on that fear a bit.
Yeah, very, very scared looking scale though. Sorry, scale. I'm not here.
Lord Bloom, anything else you want to do?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think I'm set.
Squeaktoon, you come back. Is there something that tells Squeaktoon that this is not exactly scale, or would scale mistake you Mirage for scale?
I've never seen scale afraid before. In an outwardly visible way. So I think that definitely is like weird. I don't know if Squeaktoon's instinct is like, well, this is clearly not scale then, but it's like, and will like go up to Mirage. Scale?
Oh no, I'm not, and there will be this weird kind of like heat shimmer or something, and then you'll see it after a little like, oh, what's that? you can probably recognize that is Mirage. Sorry, I was just, something chased me.
Again?
That was my own fault. I was trying to find a gift, and I was trying to basically steal a gift, I guess, and guess it belonged to somebody.
Oh,
Maybe one of these days
if you wanted to steal something, why didn't you ask me?
No, I mean, this could be dangerous. And I don't want you to, also, I didn't think it was stealing, because I thought it was just there. It wasn't a dream. I thought it was just there and I could take it, but I couldn't, or I could, but then I think that thing chased me and I was scared. So I thought maybe if I looked like somebody who was not scared all the time, I'd feel better, and that kind of worked, but well, clearly not well enough.
You don't look like Scale.
No. Not closely.
Do you still need a gift?
Yeah, I guess I'll maybe buy something, a mirror or something. I don't know. I have no good ideas when it comes to this party. I feel like a little bit cursed, really.
Oh,
And also I don't even have useful clothing, but maybe I can change myself to have better clothes. That would be okay, right?
your clothes look fine.
No, there is a cut in my clothes.
You could put a pocket there.
I don't have a pocket. Also, sometimes you find stuff in your pockets that's not very nice. So no, thank you.
But stuff in pockets are treasures.
Yeah, but sometimes they're not yours. Has nobody ever put something in one of your pockets that was scary?
No.
Or wrong? Oh, okay. Cool. Maybe I'm just messing. My head is not. Baby, I don't know what I'm saying, you know? I'm just a little discombobulated.
Should have a muffin. Oh, reach into my sweater, take out a muffin.
You know, of your multiple scones and muffins that you have tucked away.
Correct.
Is there icing on your muffin?
No.
Then I'll take it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's...
Am I does this count as am I I don't know what the movie's called.
Support thing.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Support. Yeah.
Yeah. Certainly. Let's have you roll.
Okay.
What do you want to roll that with?
I think I'm actually still scared right now while I'm having this conversation. So I'm gonna roll with fear. Five plus 2. Oh, again, a 7.
7.
Yes.
So
yes.
Mirage may clear a mood if they want.
Yeah, I think I feel a little bit more powerful. That makes more sense than clearing sorrow, right? So I'm clearing that one.
Excellent. So we will see you all gather yourselves together, prepare and get ready to head to this party. This feels like a good natural break point. So let's take our first break here a little early and come back in 10, and then we'll get started. So you will, through various means, I think we can cut forward a little bit, but see certainly the three of you arrive at the location of the Court of Tides. It's a bigger building, stone, a little bit older, and has a feel of some space that is not only in the real world, but as I've mentioned before, kind of bleeds over into the undertow. And there are mundane guests here, but mostly kind of kept to the outside, entertainers and that kind of thing to start, and then the rest. Tell me, we've got a big ballroom. We've got decorations, Court of Tides. We've got some of that symbology of the waters and the motion, and perhaps a little bit of the oracle symbolism. But Lord Bloom, what's another piece of the picture here we get of this party setup? What else do we see, decoration-wise, or entertainment, or something else?
So let me check. Court of Tides is that
They are the
oracular, vengeful, and ostentation. Yeah, I think they have these like huge, elaborate tapestries on the walls that depict like important scenes from or things that events that they consider important. And I think it's not necessarily historical events. It's more like these are the stories and myths that they tell. So it's their interpretation of various things. Yeah.
Let me ask you this then. How long has this gathering, this community of Taken been here? Have they been here forever and they've just been changing over? Are they a more recent thing? Are they a few generations back?
Good question. I want to say that there has been changelings here for absolutely for centuries, maybe for millennia, like at least going back to like Roman times. But the courts as they are now are probably more recent, like I don't know, 100 years, 200 years, something like that.
So there's some discontinuities, some breaks in that,
there's
some
been
uncertainty.
changes, like how the system works and upheavals of various.
Squeak Tune, this is your court. What is something that they do to demonstrate their ostentatiousness?
Great question. Let me take a look. Tiders, dread and fear. Oracular, water-based, vengeful, always comes back. And ostentatious, cannot ignore. Great. I think it is very over the top goth. Like, I actually think we do have a lot of mirrors, and they're the kind of like, I don't remember what the word is, like the smoke mirrors, is that what they're called? The kind where you're like, oh, is it dirty? Oh no, it's meant to be like that. Like a lot of that, a lot of like lace, and like black lace, and then like skulls. But in this case, they're kind of like, they're clearly meant to be like decorations.
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
with
certainly
like
looking.
candles
Yeah.
in the skulls.
Mhm. Certainly the our Dominus of the Court of Tides has that uber goth look. And a lot of the other the characters that are part of it fall into that path. It's a lot of fear and ostentatiousness. So how is it that Squeak Tune is is mixed up in this?
Squeak Tune. I'm like, is Squeak Tune in? Okay, I have another question about like
Sure.
invoking contract. So
Mhm.
like, how exactly does like taking my scuttle patter form work? Because I saw that there was a move for wilding that I could take that is specifically about like taking on like an animal form, but then there's another one that's like about like showing my original form that it's scary. So if I didn't take those moves, what does taking on my form mean?
So right now, without those moves, generally you have a changed shape. You look like a humanoid anthropomorphic animal, or you have another strange appearance that there is a guise, an illusion that kind of hangs over that for the real world. And that's what people see and feel and touch and taste, is that guise. You can keep that up with other takens so that they just see the human image that you want to present. But when that goes down, they'll see sort of the changed form. Now, if they have the one that causes fear, it means that maybe even below that changed form, there's another form that they're hiding that's even, you know, a layer deeper, would be my imagining on that.
I see. Okay, so I probably won't go in that direction for Squeaktoon then. I think Squeaktoon is very obedient in the face of like fear and like threats. So like I feel like any of these courts are kind of like there's like two sides of the coin, right? Like you're either obsessed with inflicting it, or you're obsessed, or you're like just like receptive to being inflicted.
Yeah,
So Squeaktoon is the latter.
that certainly makes sense. We have some of that back and forth Lord Bloom of his passions, but then also his grief that he can't quite come to terms with, and in different directions. Okay. And Mirage, when you arrive here at this party and are invited in, what's another piece you see here that strikes you and catches your eye about this place? Maybe on the supernatural level, I'm not sure. Like what is it beyond just the decoration and the gothness that you are drawn to?
I think it's the music, because it's big, not band, but like an orchestral music. And in keeping with the goth theme, it is very very slow, very wavy, like echoing tides, but there is something beneath it that you can barely hear, but that is like kind of a screech or something that is kind of like ugh, makes you like, and then sometimes that gets louder and gives you almost like a scare. And Mirage is jittery at best today. So every time the music does something like that, they just like ugh. Yeah.
So a little bit of Bartok and a little bit of minor key, and those kinds of things that are happening below that. Is music important to Mirage? Is sound important to them? Or is this unusual that you would be drawn in this way?
It's not. I mean, I listen a lot. I'm basically I'm just listening for anything that might scare me. That's more like, it's not specifically the music, but the music is made to feel you a certain, made so you feel a certain way, that you don't feel safe, right? That you feel, and also, of course, then there is probably at least someone has installed a fog machine.
Okay.
Or maybe not, it's not a machine, but
oh yeah. There is fog. We know that. And so we will see as the camera kind of moves around as you come in, we will see there's interaction and there's mingling, but there's definitely this is where the Court of Banners is at. This is where Court of Candles is. This is where Tides is at, kind of at the center point. You will notice that there are some representatives from the Court of Towers, the Dominus and Hopscotch Takebacks, kind of at his side, but there are much fewer of them present than any of the others who are here. So let's mingle. Lord Bloom. There's music, there's dancing, there's food, there's entertainment. There are people moving around, talking, whispering, deciding political matters. That kind of, it's like honey perfume here for you, catnip, to the kinds of things you look. So who is it you would like to talk to?
Ooh, that is a good question.
I know we have Autumn Vale, who is there. We haven't had you interact with them, but you've also got Lean and Hungry Mike that is there. I did add a couple more NPCs to your Court of Candles there. At the bottom, I added Abyssinian Max and Noisy as just to kind of round out the numbers.
Nice. Yeah, I think I'm staying away from Lean and Hungry Mike.
Okay.
For the moment, please. I think the kind of person I would look for is someone who is influential in the Court of Tides, but isn't like someone who's more behind the scenes person than someone who has like obvious or official power.
The one person you've heard about that clearly has some pull and influence and gets away with a lot, which suggests to you that they must know some things, is Spinning Ginny.
Mm-hmm.
She,
rival.
yeah, she's not not a great person. You know that she used Path for some things, but she definitely is kind of a quiet person behind the throne.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Lord Bloom.
Oh, Spinning Ginny.
I know that our party cannot match up to the soiree which you put on yesterday, but I hope it will prove more than just a pale shadow.
Oh, you flatter me. This is such a grand occasion, and your arrangements here certainly match the gravity of the moment.
I wonder if there's anything you need that I can help you with.
Ooh, that was a very direct question. I'm not sure how would I respond to that. Well, we all have there's always something we need, something we want, sometimes these can be matched with what others can provide, and sometimes not.
I ask because we at the Court of Tides, we are given to casting the fortunes, doing the readings, looking at the paths forward for people, our people within the city. It makes sense that we would do that as a means of protection, as a means of seeing forward, and so on. And yet you're a blank spot. When we cast your fortunes, nothing comes up.
I wonder if I'm going for a move here. I need to look at it. I think that's going to hit my inner turmoil, maybe.
Sure.
Because if I'm not showing up, then that means, like, am I completely unimportant? Will I have no effect on anything that's going to happen? That's a scary thought for Blue.
What do you want to roll? Intertwine first. Mark an XP.
Oh, right.
And then let's have you roll.
Yeah, I think it's fear.
Absolutely. That's what she wants you to roll.
Yeah, and I'm rolling flat. That's a 7. I squeak by.
You can kind of very obviously flee from her. Mark sinking or mark fear.
I'll mark fear. I definitely can't just run away. Warren thinking, yeah.
I think she smiles and licks her lips a little as the fear kind of roils off of you. Maybe you will think of something that we can help you with.
Yes, maybe. If you'll excuse me, I have other obligations as well.
We will talk.
Trying to.
We will talk again.
I'm sure. I look forward to it.
Absolutely.
And then he'll go have a drink or something.
So the other thing, though, that is that she did come to you asking for information.
Oh,
so I
that's
think
good.
that triggers your advisor.
Yeah. So
you will get a string on them.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding.
Squeak Tune, you are here. There's the goth dirges in the background. Members of your court are swirling around. Certainly everyone from the Court of Tides is the kind of the center of attention, and you are in your new pocket-filled outfit. You will notice that one of the things is that there's a lot of kind of the hors d'oeuvres and things that are set out. A number of them are in little wrappers.
All right. I sweep through. I don't know if the orders are all set on the side or if someone is or people are going through like circulating with them.
Probably a little bit of both.
Okay. Well, in that case, Squeaky Tune is like, again, like when it comes to things like this, like has basically like a game plan and like a path through this whole space, and then like hits all of the ones that will definitely go in the pockets, and then the ones that will need to be held and eaten as she goes, and just like darts in between.
Yeah, you could get an assortment, an array. I think very quickly your pockets are leaden with delights. Who do you want to talk to?
Okay. Yeah, my court is here. That
Yeah.
means what is their name? My Bible, his name, Tapper Din. I'm gonna find Tapper Din. I remember that I owe a debt. And I want to try to fulfill my debt.
Okay. So you will head over to where Tapper is at, and Tapper will say, "Are you doing better today? Feeling better?
Yes.
Good, 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 good. This is quite the outfit. It's a little less homeless and a little more practical.
Yes. It has more pockets.
That is a thing that can happen.
But I'm here to fulfill the debt. What do you want?
I don't know that I have anything for you right this second. I try not to take advantage of you. If something important comes up, then I come to call on you.
You want some food?
I've certainly already taken of quite a bit here, so I don't think so.
You didn't eat. I didn't see you eat.
Are you trying to fulfill your debt with minor domestic duties?
Can I?
That would be no. You are much more valuable than that. You think more of yourself.
Start nibbling on some goat cheese hors d'oeuvres, sadly.
It's all right. It's all right. Many people here, he'll gesture around, owe debts to others. It is the economy.
You owe debts to anyone?
Even I owe debts to other people. Yes.
I will study.
Okay.
Study
Absolutely. What do you want to roll
Tapper Din
that with?
with calm, I think.
Okay.
Like I'm not, yeah, I don't think I'm in any kind of like emotionally heightened state at this moment. Just curious. Okay, that's a 10.
So that is a couple of hold. So you can ask questions, you can declare details.
Mm. Oh,
And because he is of your court, you always get an additional hold. So you actually have 3 hold here.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. And uh remind me about the court moves. Do I need to pick them up when I like level up, or do I just have access to?
They are optional for you to take as a move instead of a playbook move.
Got it. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. Okay. Oh, this is so exciting. I want to declare. Um I think I want to say that I notice that Tapper Din keeps looking at who is here? Who is Lord Bloom just talking to again?
Lord Bloom was just speaking to Spinning Jenny right above Tabardin.
Yeah, to spinning. Okay, so I think he keeps like glancing over at Spinning Jenny.
Yeah, you definitely get the sense you mentioned debts. He hears that, and involuntarily his eyes, black shark-like eyes, do glance over at Ginny. Got 2 more hold.
Great. Maybe I'll ask a question. How can I get Tapperden to let me fulfill my debt or repay it?
I think one of the things you realize here as you're part of the Court of Tides and things like that, and your friends and things. And as you realize that it's probably a little gauche for him to be as exploitative of you as he is. And he probably doesn't want other people to know, particularly of his own court, that he is doing this. So, that's a particularly solid threat is to maybe go to one of the adults in the court.
Yeah. Okay. So I don't even know how Squeak could come to such a complex realization. Maybe it's the kind of like
Maybe it's that you see like his little bit of fear when he looks at Spinning Jenny, and maybe have a better sense there of how that works.
Yeah, I smell it. Well, if you don't let me repay it, I'll tell on you.
That seems disrespectful. And who precisely would you tell?
Looks over at Spinning Jenny.
And he moves and slides like a cloud of smoke. He is there between you and Spinning Jenny. He says, no, there's no need for anything untoward. I'm sorry. I was just teasing you a little. You're so easy to tease. You're so easy to tease. Certainly, I have a task that you can do for me. Your friend Mirage plays in dreams, right?
I think so. It doesn't
Many
seem like playing.
Well, many of us do, but they have I know that they have a stronger connection to the dreams, not unlike Spinning Jenny. Would you find out from them quietly without naming who asked you to find out about it? If they have seen anything unusual, out of place in the dreams recently, particularly things that have been moving across dreams. Find that out. Don't use my name. And then bring that information back to me, and I'll consider our debt cleared. So long as you keep this all confidential.
I can do that.
Good.
I can keep secrets.
Good. Do you have other secrets that you're keeping?
Yeah. Okay, bye.
You've still got one more hold.
Yeah.
Do you want to hang on to that?
No, I'll spend it. I'll forget otherwise.
Okay. That's what I was counting on.
Declare something which changes or adds to the established fiction. Does this have to do with? Yeah, it should have to do with.
Should tie into this scene. You can tell me what you've learned. Doesn't necessarily have to be about him, but maybe something else you've spotted or realized in the course of this.
Yeah. I want to say that this, like, as I'm moving away from this conversation with Tapper Din, that's when questions so loud, like I don't know if that's like, yeah, maybe makes a little bit of a scene. Like shows up like looking furious, maybe.
Yeah. He comes in. He has been gone for a bit. Kind of unusual for him not to be here. He comes in and he is angry. You can see that the scars that are on his face kind of pulse red, like they are fresh again, and you know that that's a very bad sign. And people, steer clear of him when he is like this. There's a dark cloud that is following behind him.
I scurry away.
Okay. Well, we'll come back to you in a moment. We may even have to have you make your escape roll at some point here, but we'll come back to that. Mirage. Tomorrow's dance comes and thanks you again for all your work, all your efforts, and so on. And again, appreciates and again says, and there's no need to say anything about the original gift, right?
No,
Okay.
no, of course not.
Absolutely.
Unless me to.
You'll excuse me. I
Yeah,
must
of
dance.
course. Yes,
And he
fun.
will go and dance to the goth music. No one else is dancing, but he begins to do that.
Of course he does.
Who do you want to talk to?
I wanted to talk to Spinning Jenny, but seeing that she's with Lord Bloom,
Yeah.
that will totally discourage me because I mean, of course, she wants to talk to Lord Bloom. Who wouldn't want to talk to Lord Bloom, right? She probably doesn't want to talk to me. So, and I will try to avoid questions aloud for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he looks very angry right now.
Oh wow, okay. I'll you know what? I think I go I might find Autumn's veil just to hide a bit.
Absolutely. You see her there. You see she is also watching Lord Bloom.
Oh yeah. Right. Yeah.
Mirage.
Hi.
Dear, come sit down.
Thank you.
How are you? Did something happen?
No, I'm good.
You seem a little stiff.
Oh, I apologize. I don't mean to ruin the party or anything.
No, no. You being here, you make the party better. You're one of those people when you come into the room, you add something to it.
I stare at her in blank disbelief. I think you have me confused with yourself, maybe?
Well, that's a very nice thing for you to say. Look, you're getting so good at the compliments.
Oh, thank you. I try my best.
So what do you think Lord Bloom is chatting with Ginny about over there?
I don't know, maybe party things, because you know, I wouldn't know. I mean,
It's just that Lord Bloom came to his beautiful gathering the other day, and he didn't take the time out to come and speak to me at all. And I'm hoping tonight we'll at least have a chance to have a conversation, but I feel like I don't know if I've done something wrong, if I've offended him. I worry about that. He and I are so close.
Yeah. I could try to find out, maybe.
No, I wouldn't want to put you out.
No, I mean, maybe. I mean, we live in the same place, and occasionally I think I might be able to talk to him.
Well,
Maybe.
yes, we'll see. This may be all part of a hard to get kind of thing that's going on. Who knows? Maybe the night is young. It's only just started.
Right. Yes, it has. It's a very beautiful party, feast, celebration.
Yes. Is there anything you need? You seem a little upset. So
Well, I tried to bring a gift and I didn't do so well. So I brought a couple of muffins and nobody's touching them, but it's fine. It's fine. They're not the best of muffins anyway. And and anyway, and have you ever? Well, there is something strange going on. There was a blade flying around out of a dream and then it vanished again. That's not something that usually happens, right?
no, I don't know anything about that, she says, lying straight to your face.
And I will not notice that at all.
Right.
Because I think she's a nice person.
A flying blade, you say? What occurred? What happened?
There was a flying blade. It flew out of a dream and then it flew back into a dream. And I thought it was passing strange.
That does seem strange.
And it might hurt someone. I mean, you worry, right?
If it's in a dream, I'm sure that no one needs to worry about that.
Actually, it wasn't in a dream when I saw it flying around. That it was in real thing space.
Interesting.
Right?
That
doesn't happen often, right?
Well, I am no specialist in those kinds of glamours and magics. That is not my forte. But perhaps, I mean, it is a dream. Perhaps someone was dreaming so strongly of something and that caught you in it.
No.
No?
I don't think so.
Then what do
different.
you think it is?
I don't know. That's why I'm trying to find out.
You know what it's not, but you don't know what it is.
Exactly.
Well, if you like, I can discreetly make some inquiries. Ask around for you, see if I can find something out.
I wouldn't want to trouble you with my little problem here.
See, that's what I said a moment ago regarding you asking about Lord Bloom. So it feels like an exchange.
Mm-hmm.
You do that for me, I'll do this for you, right?
Yeah, right. That seems fair.
Trading of favors.
Yes.
That is the oil that lubricates the whole of the court here.
Yeah, I've heard that. Thank you for agreeing to this.
No. Thank you for agreeing to this.
I'm so glad we're friends.
No more than I. Lord Bloom, let us return to you after that interesting interaction with Ginny. You will see Mirage chatting with Autumn's Veil. You'll see that Question So Loud is there and looks angry. I think you'll see Platinum Royal come over to speak with him because he's clearly a little bit angry. And they have a brief conversation, and then they both look around the room as if they're looking for someone or someone's. I think you'll see uh, our fine Squeak Tune chatting, and then probably vanishes off your radar. What do you want to do, Lord Bloom? Who do you want to talk to now?
Think after that, not entirely pleasant experience, I think I'll go to Autumn's Vale just to get some comfort and be around someone who actually likes me.
When you approach, she stands. She draws out her dress. She bows to you formally. Lord Bloom.
And I bow to her as well. My lady, Autumn's Vale.
I had word for a bit that perhaps you and I would not have a chance to speak.
You know that I will always make time for you.
And I for you. So, what business did you have with Spinning Jenny? She is quite the little horror show.
You are not wrong about that. But you know, to weave a web, uh, one must affix threads in diverse places.
Oh yes, I understand that. It is people like Jenny, the horrors that make us look even better than we actually are, if that were possible.
um, yes, I suppose that's one way to look at it. And you certainly look more radiant than usual tonight.
I'm glad you noticed. Certainly, I knew that you would have to be here, so I did try to put on my best.
You flatter me that you would make such an effort for me when your natural beauty goes so far.
And I do think at some point the camera will swing around, and I think we do see Lean and Hungry Mike, his great huge mohawk there. Definitely his eyes shooting daggers over towards Lord Bloom at this point. And Autumn's Vale will say, so what are your plans, Lord Bloom? Perhaps there's a place within them for me?
I would certainly hope so. It would be a sorry thing to make grand plans and not have anyone by your side to enjoy them together with you.
The thing that strikes me is you seem so much the leader, so much the person who put on the parties. You're clearly the leader of your cadre. It bothers me that leadership of the different courts is less a question of true talent and more of who happened to be there when the ring was tossed.
Ooh, I am not sure how much Lord Bloom would want to discuss his thoughts there, but I'm also not sure to what extent he thinks Autumn's Vale is someone he needs to keep secret from.
Yeah, what do you think about her? Like she's, is she trying to read her?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's
Okay.
do that. I think at this point, because as I described before, I think I don't really have, or have had at least a lot of respect for her
Right.
abilities, but now she's leading into this discussion. I think that's prompting me to reevaluate. So let's see. I,
What do you want to roll that study with?
yeah, that is a good question. I can't roll with fear. It's not joy, anger. I think I'm going back to power again
Okay.
because we're discussing that sort of topic.
Let's have you roll.
It's a 7.
That is 7. So that's one hold.
Ah,
What is it you want to know? Or what is it you want to declare?
I want to ask a question about her.
Okay.
Think desires is on the list there. That's something I'm interested in. What are her deeper desires?
What does she want right now? Kind of what you want to know? Or what does she want ultimately?
More ultimately, yeah.
Oh, she wants to sit at the head of one of these courts.
Ooh. And
She's just a little too eager, just a little too eager. And you can kind of smell that off of her. And like you, she is a talker, a beloved, a manipulator. And I think you can pick that up. I'll give you another hold if she realizes that you've realized that, or you can keep that secret.
I am going to keep that secret.
Okay.
I think this is because I realized that, this is the first time I realized that she has greater ambition. And that is going to worry me a bit, or at least force me to reevaluate our relationship. I think I kind of I at least try. I don't know if this will lead into a move, but I try to make light of it and say something like, yes, it would be a fine thing if you and I were to or if persons of our caliber were to sit on the thrones instead of those who happened to.
I don't know if I could do such a thing. I'm a that is maybe perhaps not my temperament, but you certainly.
Oof.
Well, we'll have to talk of this later. I think that Mike is becoming a little tense. I know how protective he is of me.
Well, it would be terrible if he were to make a scene in such at such a grand occasion. And I think I like move a little closer and I give her a kiss on the cheek and like put my arm around her just for a little bit before we separate.
Okay. I like to imagine that Mirage has been nearby the entire time. Is that seem reasonable?
That is very reasonable. Yeah, sure. That's very good, I think.
Yeah. Let's come back to Squeak Tune and then we'll come back to Mirage. Squeak Tune. Yeah. Question so loud looks pissed.
I don't know why,
No.
but I'm scared because I know that question so loud. I have a new appreciation of how scary question so loud Can be. So I am gonna try to stay out of their way.
So this would be kind of an escape in the sense that you're going to, this will be kind of generally throughout the evening, avoiding their gaze, staying away so they do not spot you. So
Yeah.
let's have you roll escape.
Okay. It's with fear. I'm scared.
Yep, that makes sense.
Mm. 8, 9. Yeah, it's a 9.
So you could bump that up with a bond if you want to a 10, or you can choose one of the 7 to 9 results on escape.
Yeah. I'll choose I end up in another dangerous situation.
All right. And you get to swipe something from around here that someone has left unattended. That's part of your gift. So what is it you find?
I think, is it interesting to you for me to declare whose item I find, or do you want it to be vague for now so you can
Oh no, I'm good if you have an
with
NPC
it?
you want to connect this up to.
I didn't have a particular one either, but I will now look at the list and declare whose it is.
Okay.
I think it's something that belongs to tomorrow's dance.
Okay. I think that you notice that when he went to dance, he set this small gift box down off to the side, out of people's line of sight. I mean, it could have just fallen off the table.
Can't help it.
Oh
I
yeah,
like it.
It's delightfully heavy. Like, you know, when it's something like that, like it's not light. You're like, oh, nice. And then it is there amongst the wrapped hors d'oeuvres in your pocket, hidden away.
Correct.
And I think as you kind of turn around, you will see this figure pop up, and you will hear this meow. And you will see Abyssinian Max, who is a wildling, who is a cat wildling. And he's like, well, hello. Yeah, see? Hello. Squeak tune.
I'm trying to back away. I'm trying to run away.
Oh. Hey, we haven't had a chance to chat, to talk. You and I, we're both wildlings. It seems to me that people like us should hang out more. Don't you think?
Okay. Can I see from Abyssinian Max's face whether he wants to eat me or not?
Let's have you roll study.
Yeah. Okay. Roll with fear.
Okay.
Okay. That's an 8.
So you want to know what he wants?
Did you have something in mind?
You can declare it. I have something, but if there's something you want to declare there.
No, I'm curious to hear
I think
what you had in mind.
What you can see is that he has the natural arrogance of a cat, and you're a mouse in some ways. And he has heard that you are a little gullible, and he is coming over to play a little cat and mouse, like bat you around and maybe enjoy it.
Okay. So I'm afraid but I see that he is not hungry. Maybe I don't even see it. I just sense it. My innate um instincts sense it. So I think I want to run away, but I am very scared of him. So I stay because he told me to.
Says, let me get your phone number. I'll give you mine, and we'll have a little meeting at one of the cafes, a number of us that are of the same way of thinking. See, I don't think that the courts necessarily look out for people like you and me and Wyndham Whale. They don't understand who we are.
Oh, okay.
All right. And your phone number?
I give my phone number.
Okay.
Or I show it. I'm like,
oh, I have one of those
hands.
Bluetooth things. Hang on, and he'll do that thing where he taps your phone. Now I have you. Well, I should let you go. I should let you go. I'll catch you again later. Bye.
Bye.
And he is out of there, but you have managed to avoid, in fact, probably used him a little bit to keep away from the line of sight of questions so loud.
That was scary. I'm glad I'm not in danger anymore.
Mirage. Who else do you want to talk to?
Now that Lord Bloom is with Autumn's Veil, which is perfect, I guess, I will see if Songbird Rex somewhere wants to make a scene, because if she is, I will try to interfere, but if she's not, I'm going to find Spinning Jenny.
Okay. Songbird Rex is around. She is certainly making herself known, and making sure that everything is going all right for tomorrow's dance. She'll say, Mirage, Mirage, Mirage.
Yeah, okay. Can I try to avoid her without being super impolite?
That's escape.
Cool. I don't want to talk to her. She's always so creepy. I think this is not precisely fear. It's more uncomfortable talking to her. Maybe it's fear.
Okay.
I'll go with fear. Fear is fine. Fear is my friend. No, it's not. So it's a 9.
That's a 9. So you can take advantage of an opening to get away from Songbird Rex, but you have to pick one from escape.
Okay. Let me see the escape.
First column, basically.
Yeah, I see. Leave something important behind. Given to your base nature and Mark's thinking, I think I will do that. I will fade away a little. Okay. Like maybe, I mean, I'm not precisely all that real, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I can just fade into the background. Like, I'm not really here. There's nothing that's me precisely. So I think she will her eyes will just glide over the spot where Mirage previously was. Yeah. I am. A Mirage is a name that was given to me for a reason, right?
So do you find your way to Spinning Jenny then?
Yeah, I think that is yeah, I will.
She has gone over and sat off to the side. You can see she looked a little tired. Mirage.
I will bring her a coffee or something.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. You're very thoughtful. She'll take that from you. Come and sit by me.
Yeah. I have a question for you. If you don't mind me talking about non-festival things.
There's no law against it.
That is not precisely. I mean, do you mind me talking about it?
No. Go ahead. What is it you need?
Have you know nightmares, right?
They are my bread and butter.
But yeah, do you ever? I mean, you've drawn out things from nightmares, right? I mean,
I travel through dreams.
Yeah.
Or rather, my roads are the nightmares. My paths are those things. I don't make things of the dream stuff.
Oh, okay. Because I've seen something that has come from a dream or a nightmare. I'm not entirely sure, actually, and that appeared in the waking world. And I know how to do that myself, but it wasn't me. And I'd like to know who it was that threw that thing at me.
What did you see?
A blade. I think it was made of metal. It wasn't made of ice, I'm pretty sure. I would have recognized that.
And was it like a sword and a stone, that kind of imagery? Or
it was like a blade, a sword blade, or yeah, I don't know all the names of swords.
And it came from the dream.
Yeah, and then it vanished again into the dream. Somebody threw it.
I see. What happened to it?
Somebody else threw it back. That was no, it was thrown back from the living world back into the dream, back on the path where it came from. But I don't know how to follow that path, or if I even want to. It seems fairly dangerous. And it made me bleed. I didn't even know I could bleed.
I think that stops. All right. She says, that's not something I've encountered.
Oh,
but
okay.
But I can look into it if you wish.
I mean, if you are traveling through nightmares, it might actually be dangerous to you. So, I mean, I'm not. How can I say this without seeming weird? I probably can't. This might be a danger to everybody who travels through dreams, and I think if we pooled our resources, we would be better off, right?
So did it strike you because you could see it?
No, I don't think it came out of nowhere and it struck me. I don't know why.
But other people haven't seen it.
Oh yes, other people have seen it. Didn't throw it back myself.
Well, Scale saw it once you traveled
Yeah.
in dream with him, but before that, when it came in the wall, he didn't see it.
Oh, yeah, right. No, wait a minute. No, the first time, no. Once
Interesting.
yeah.
That's
So that is not something you have ever heard of.
No, it's not something I'm familiar with, but
No.
but perhaps it is something different for nightmares than it is for dreams.
You know someone who knows more about dreams than who I might ask.
Let me think on that.
Mhm.
I have some thoughts.
Mhm.
And you will see her kind of stand up, and she will
Can
go.
I before she leaves, can I study her to
Sure,
figure out if she's
absolutely.
actually if she's actually telling me the truth, or
Absolutely.
if I've rattled something in her? I think this one I will do with calm, because I'm not precisely afraid of her. That's a 5. I'm not good at reading people.
So she stands up, and you see her walk towards where the Dominus is, Platinum Royal.
Mhm.
And she goes over, and she is about to start to say something to Platinum Royal when you will see a flash. And you see this blade fly, and you see it go through Platinum Royal, and you see Platinum's Royal's head fall off of her body, and you see that blade go straight through Spinning Jenny, and Spinning Jenny falls to the ground. Let's take our second break.
Yeah, sure.
That's take 5, and we will come back.
Because
So, Mirage, what do you want to roll inner conflict with?
yeah, I think this is fear, probably, because I mean, oh,
Yeah.
so let's see how that goes. It's a 7.
So, mark fear,
Yep.
mark sinking, or flee.
I think I will flee.
Absolutely. You were there when Scale threw that blade somewhere. Is this that blade? Is this the same one?
I
Did
think
he just
so.
cut off Platinum Royal's head? Interesting.
I don't know. I can't think.
We'll come back to your escape roll in just one moment. Lord Bloom, you are standing there talking, and you kind of turn to someone, and you will see Platinum Royal's head fall off, a spray of blood, and you will see Spinning Jenny fall to the ground, blood coming out of her from like a wound on her neck and shoulder, and people are turning and starting to shout and scream. What do you do, Lord Bloom?
Ooh. I think I look for for Squeak Tune and Mirage, and try to look where are they? Where are they?
I think you see Mirage. Like, I think you see, like, they were standing there watching this, and I think you will see them start to turn and go, like to get out of there, to cheese it, as some people might say. Squeak Tune, what does Lord Bloom see? Where are you at when this happens?
I'm in like a corner of the room with my phone out. Um, and then I also see this like this beheading,
Yes.
and then like I think our eyes meet, and my eyes just like widen.
So that's where you see your friends. What do you do, Lord Bloom?
I think when Squeak Tune meets when our eyes meet, I think I point towards Mirage and start to move in the same direction. Like we should all go together and get out of here right now. and I don't care about anyone else. If it's just I care about those two right now.
Okay. Well, let's have Mirage roll escape, and then we'll come to Squeak Tune. Mirage, what do you want to roll escape with?
I think in this case, what I don't just want to escape, I want to run into the dream road, right? Because that's where I feel safe, and also fear is marked. I think I will roll this with power because I've marked fear marked, and that's what I've left. I mean, this might not be the wisest idea to run into the dream, but right now I'm just grabbing what I can.
That seems fair.
It's a 4. Of course it is.
So I think you turn, you will reach out your senses. You can sense like outside, there's like a doorman who's on a chair, sitting, nodding off. And I think you leap into his dream and start running. But everybody sees you leave. Everyone sees Mirage. When this happens, flee like they had something to do with this. And they are gone. Lord Bloom is moving towards where you're at, Squeak Tune. You see people are looking accusatorially at where Mirage vanished. You see the blood, you hear the screaming. What do you do, Squeak Tune?
Okay. I think the blood and the death, like, it's definitely, it was Squeak Tune sees it.
A lot.
They freeze. Is spinning Jenny. I don't have a relationship.
So I think if you freeze, then in that pause, in that second that you wait, suddenly Lord Bloom is there by you. What do you say to Squeak Tune? Like, you see the big eyes, you can see the fight or flight, the panic. What do you say to Squeak Tune, Lord Bloom?
I think I like put my arm around her shoulders and try to start to guide her towards an exit, whatever isn't fully crowded, because I assume other people are trying to get out as well. Or
some people are trying to get out, some people are trying to stop people from getting out. In that way of nobody's leaving, but there's so many people here and so many of the change, so many different powers that people are, some are leaving, or cheesing it. Squeak Tune, I think there's a moment here maybe that draws you, I would suggest, out of this stud, in that you see that Lord Bloom is trying to escape, trying to get you out, and he's not very good at it.
Yeah. I think there is something like very, like, maybe, does Lord Bloom have like a specific scent?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he always has this slightly like floral scent.
Yeah. So I think it's not the touch that kind of like brings Squeak Tune out of this moment, but it's actually the scent. The scent of something that's safe. That Squeak Tune turns, sees Lord Bloom ostensibly trying to escape together, and then just like I think like grabs Lord Bloom's hand on their shoulder, remove it, and then like actually like tries to like pull Lord Bloom and then start like ducking and weaving into shadows and hopefully out.
Then let's have you roll escape.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Squeak Tune probably figures out a better way to get out than just walk out the
The
front
front,
door.
yeah.
Yeah.
Squeak
I
Tooth knows
think
this place because Squeak Tooth broke in here earlier today.
yes, I did.
Yes. And left behind evidence of having done that.
You know, one thing at a time. I think I'm actually I rolled a 6 just on the dice. I forgot to say which
I
stat I'm rolling with.
assume fear.
Yeah, it would have. I guess it doesn't make a huge difference. It could have been with power as well.
I'm good with that. It takes you over to that 7, so you do get that 7 to 9 result,
Yes,
which means first, you get to make a choice about that 7 to 9.
yes. I think I should probably suffer harm during
Okay.
my escape.
Then go ahead and mark power.
Okay.
How is it that you get hurt? Is it just in the crowd? Is it that you have to push yourself to get through something? What do you think that is?
Yeah, I think it is just like getting caught in the crossfire of someone inflicting their power to push through.
Yeah, it is a madhouse in here. It is just people are going every which way. There are people trying to stop things, people running. But you grab Lord Bloom and you will get out. What do you grab as you leave, though, Squeak Tune?
A significant object. Can I say that I grabbed the sword?
Absolutely. Because you know it's there. The others don't. No one else can see it. But I think as you rush by, you know that there's a sword sticking out of Spinning Jenny, and you will grab onto it, and then you and Lord Bloom are gone, fleeing the room with the murder weapon. And honestly, I have to stop this session there because that is the perfect kind of cliffhanger for the three of you, especially when Scale walks back into it next time.
Surprise.
Yeah, so you also have the gift that you stole that was intended for Platinum Royal. That's also in your pocket too.
Yeah.
And we'll come back to what that is. Let's do quick end of session. Let's start with Lord Bloom. Do you express your sort of changed nature? You are muted.
Sorry, a bit. It's been a while since I did this.
Yeah. You
I
were a
think so.
manipulator. You were
Yeah.
a beloved, so I think that's appropriate. So a point for that. I think you expressed your humanity in that when things went down, you went and grabbed your friends, and so I'll give you a point for that. And you definitely interacted with your entanglements.
Yeah.
So that's another point. So that's three full points for you. Squeak Tune. I think we both yes on both the first two. The other self and the humanity. The other self certainly in that scene with Abyssinian Max, amongst many others. And I think we saw some of your humanity earlier on. And you definitely also interacted with your entanglements, I believe.
Did I? I don't know if I did.
Mirage.
I don't think so, actually.
Oh yeah, you didn't interact with Autumn's Veil or that. So yeah, just the 2 points then.
Yes.
And then Mirage. Definitely your other self, right?
Yeah.
Your humanity?
I would think so, especially by just running. That is more my humanity, that I was actually scared.
Absolutely. So we'll give you that. And I think we saw some version of your romantic tension, maybe not directly about Songbird, but about like watching him interact with various people and your reactions to that. So I'm going to give you a point for that.
So many XP.
Also, so that's 3 total there.
Yeah, so many XP.
Yes, in addition to the various misses. Let's just do a quick stars and wishes for next time. Just a reminder, we play next week, and then we skip a week because that's American Thanksgiving, and then we're back again. So just to remind you about the schedule of things so you can plan. Andish, anything you want to say, stars or wishes?
This was so much fun. I really enjoyed all the interactions, both the ones I were in and just watching everyone else be so extremely uncomfortable all the time. It was super fun. Great NPCs. Yeah, it was a lovely session. Yeah.
Anything you want to say wishes wise?
Wishes. No, you're already bringing everything.
Okay.
I want out of this. So
Fair
yeah.
enough. Squeak Tune.
My star is to just like the the escalation that went from like 0 to 100 that you decided to do with Platinum Royal. Just beheading my Dominus. I mean, no biggie. I love that. That moment was great. I think and then also Abyssinian Max was very cool. Thought he was a very fun character. I liked his dialogue.
It is one of my all-time favorite Changeling pictures. I will admit I go back to that picture every time because it's so dumb.
It's so great.
Yeah.
It is a great picture. Also a great name.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I find it I liked all of the character moments with Lord Bloom and then Mirage. Like we're still getting to learn more about them, and then as seeing them get embroiled in the politics. That was fun.
Anything wishes wise?
Yes, I have. My wish is like I would love to have like I think maybe more scenes with the other PCs so that we could like kind of deepen some of those relationships.
Absolutely.
Or maybe I just need to, maybe this is also a personal wish that I should have Squeaktoon like want things from them instead of just being in scenes with them. So
yeah, we'll look at that, and also giving you all the chance to call scenes with people characters that you want to interact with of the PCs, like set those up.
Yeah, I think that'll be fun. Okay. And then another wish is to see the Fallout with questions so loud.
Yes,
they're so hot. I want to see them on the scene more.
Absolutely.
Angry or not.
We'll get them in there. And then Mirage.
Yeah, stars to everyone. This was a good session. I really loved the party. I loved Lord Bloom wheeling and dealing and trying. Maybe I can be a leader of my card. Oh, look, there's a position open.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he didn't catch it. I also love that he was like, okay, I need to get my people out. That was his first thought. I thought that was a great moment for him because that was not wheeling and dealing. That was just like, oh, my friends. No, I really like that. And I loved Squeak Tunes being the squeaky little person playing the mouse to the cat. That was so amazing. And also your facial expressions when stuff started to go sideways. That was just like giving me life. And also, of course, stars lol to you for the escalation. That was like, okay, fine, this happened, nice. Oh, and this happened, and now this happened. Great. Wishes for next time, dealing with whatever happened, seeing Scale's face when we try to tell him what has happened and how we were all totally innocent or not. I would also love to have more interactions with the others, but I think that will come naturally next time. And maybe not next time, but eventually at one point, I would love to see more of Songbird Rex, at least a little bit.
Okay.
If that doesn't happen, it's not bad.
Yeah, but then you'll run away from them again.
Yes, totally. And I mess up. Oh, I have another wish, and this is a wish to the dice room. I like XP, but I also like succeeding, like occasionally, maybe a little. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah, the dice have been unkind to you, but look at all the experience. So there you go. Thank you all so much. I really enjoyed running this. I will say, if you play with me enough, I love parties. That's my favorite thing is running parties where there are a lot of NPCs and you get to talk to them and things get complicated. So that's my all-time favorite. I'm going to stop the recording.
Wait, do you have stars and wishes?
I don't usually do that, but I will say,
okay.
I will say this, this was super fun for me. I love people going and say, okay, I want to talk to this NPC, and then I get to figure out, we get to play, and we get to deepen the things. And much as I know the bad dice are bad for you, I love hard moves. They are delicious. And this was one of those sessions where every one of them was like a little macaroon that I could pick up and give me that cost, give me that consequence. So it was tasty and delicious. Enjoyed that very much. Okay, now I'm going to stop the recording.